So, Alcoa stock is getting a boost this week from comments made by President Joe Biden. Biden says he wants to increase tariffs on Chinese steel and aluminum. This has him threatening to triple the current 7.5 tariffs. So, with that said, let's get into the charts. And what we can see on the monthly chart, we have what appears to potentially be a trend line break. Yep, so we had that established back in December of last year. And uh, we really need to see a candle close, a monthly candle close above that 38.27 level before we can say prices have a lot more room to the upside. Now taking it down to the weekly chart. Now, typically what happens when you close above trend line break, typically you get a retest. Now we did get the pullback, but we didn't get the retest of the trend line break. Nevertheless, you can see this is the 13 and 26 week moving average, simply moving average. You have a bullish crossover, and now you have price, which just took out this pivot high. One could say this was a W pattern, and typically when you close above that apex, you typically get a retest. Just trying to darken the line. Okay. So if I just put a resistance support band there, and then I drill down to the daily chart, I would typically look for an entry to get long. And what we saw was we had a rallying price, basing candle, right? Basing because price was at a resistance support band, then a rally out. What happens at the retest? That was your opportunity to get long as price came back into a daily buyer's level. We'll just say at $34. Now, what I was saying was that you need to get really above the 38.23 level. You're kind of looking at the daily chart. I'm referring to, let's look at that as the level price needs to get above before we can say price moves higher, a lot higher, to this 51 dollar level, where you can call that a base drop, and that would be a daily seller's level. What's also important to note, this was the golden cross we saw in the weekly chart. We also now have a golden cross on the daily chart. Now, typically when you have the impulse move higher, you have a pullback, which we established. You can see that by the RSI indicator as well. And so just price is just consolidating at the moment. Before prices move higher. Again, you have all the moving averages supporting price, all the moving averages serving as dynamic support. So Alcoa stock is on the rise again based on Joe Biden's comments. As part of his re-election campaign, Biden said he wants to triple the current tariffs on steel and aluminum coming out of China. Currently, that percentage is that hit is 7.5%. Alcoa is one of the major producers and sellers of butyrate, alumina, and aluminum products in the United States. Biden moves forward with his plans to triple tariffs. It could result in more business for the U.S.-based company from customer hoping to avoid expensive tariffs. The recent movement of Alcoa comes along some 2.6 million shares trading hands, still below the daily average of 6.2 million shares, but kind of gives you an idea. If we look at the volume bars, yeah, the move higher was not on way above daily average volume, but nevertheless, it did give you a impulse move higher. So let's see how Alcoa stock trades. If I just push this over here, this is the level that price is dealing with next. But after that, smooth sailing up to this $50 region. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.